with a print
Oh, God.
just before they came in here.
It never fails, no, right before we're coming in.
Oh, yeah. I had. What is your nephew's name?
Foster.
Nice name.
Okay, now, I'm okay now?
Yep, they're both doing well.
Right.
Have you seen them?
No.
When will that happen?
My nephew's getting married May 25th. So
And everybody,
everyone's coming to that. So
and where is the wedding?
upstate New York.
But where does Foster live?
Atlanta, Georgia.
So,
So I think we might have caught some of the rest of our team unawares with the 6:15 start, and I don't think they're used to watching the clock for when it starts, but I think we can start our meeting now. My computer says 6:14, but I don't see anybody else. Kevin is on remote. Thank you, Kevin. And I don't know if you want to come off remote, Kevin, and go through your tasks.
Yeah,
List of
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. You probably can't hear us. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
We can hear you, Kevin.
All right, good.
Okay, I just can't see anybody. I can just see myself, which is not what I want to do in the morning or afternoon or evening, so.
Move the, sometimes you can move the screen to the side.
I think, oh yeah, okay, mine just says, please stand by, meeting will begin shortly, so it looks like it hasn't officially started, maybe?
Well, 6:15, it should start now, thank you.
Okay,
Well, she has the slides up, so that's what you're seeing.
Yeah, you're seeing the
Okay.
slides. Okay. So we're good, you can start, Kevin.
okay, well, I didn't know who's there. Is Ron there?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay. Okay, again, it says the meeting will begin shortly, so I assume once whatever clicks on, then I'll see everybody.
I'm trying to, it's just not moving forward.
Okay,
Sometimes
no,
it's-
that's fine. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
me.
Can you see us now, Kevin?
all right.
No,
More
I can
official now.
see, but I can see we have a meeting at 6:15, so.
And you can't see people, all right.
No, I could see everybody before, and then all of a sudden, everybody disappeared. I see participants, I just see Diane and the host.
Yeah.
I see
Christine,
Jennifer,
Karen.
yeah, but I don't actually see anybody except myself, I just see a blue screen.
Try to, next to where it says library 5K and your face, there could be a double bar somewhere. Try to slide that, you might see more people.
All right, view options, no, view viewing,
And,
usually just comes right in, so it's not a problem.
I know, but my theory is as soon as you get
Oh, here we
used to
go.
something.
Well, I haven't
Okay.
got the whole thing, but at least I can see people now, so.
Okay, good. All right,
Okay, all right, so where we are from last month. So our numbers are at this point, we have 44 regulars and one little reader. At this point last year, we had 5 and 1, but to be fair, we didn't open up registration last year until February 1st. And this year we opened up January 1st, but still that's promising to have, so many registrants this early in the year. So I think we'll have a better idea of where we're looking at, like March the meeting. We'll have, by then, the people who would have signed up last year at this time would have signed up, and we'll have a better idea of comparison, whether we're running ahead of last year or the same. And also the other thing that's different is that I did run through the database and I found that Christina Miner, who's done very well, she's won or coming second for mostly on the female side. She's done 9 straight years of finishing. So this year, if she finishes, it'll be her 10th. That's the only person we
Great.
have that will have 10 straight years. But so that's nice. And she's been, like I said, one of the top females each year. We are now on 6 online websites, and a 7th I'm working with the vendor right now to see if we can get on because we've had some issues. But it's not a big website; it's just one of the smaller ones I found. So hopefully that will drive business back over to the library as people click on it. And that's usually where we're on between 6 and 7. One of them disappeared from last year, and there's a new one I found that I'm trying to get onto. So that's about all for me as far as what's different since last month. Okay. Um,
Kevin, this is Diane. It will be interesting to see if our staggered pricing this time around encourages people to sign up earlier. Just, if you and Anna have that in the back of your minds when, we look at the numbers. I know today you told us who was registered this month as opposed to last year, and I'm just, you said it was a little bit higher to be at 44, and I don't know if that's just because we got it up a little bit earlier, or if the staggered pricing is encouraging people to sign up. It certainly helps us to know earlier on the number of runners to expect.
We'll have to
Exactly.
see when we have the full
Yeah,
picture.
it's too early.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, tuck it away in the back of the mind, because that would be something interesting to know if the prices encourage people to sign up earlier.
Yeah, that'll be a real good point because it'll be easy enough to track because what you can do is you can like look at the last 2 months of registration last year and the year before versus this year when that all happens and see if people got in earlier to get a cheaper price.
Right.
We also had an email that Anna had written that went out today. I assume they get held up for a couple hours, but it should have gone out by now. And so anybody who was in the race in the last 2 years or signed up this year will get that email. And I assume we'll do a price.
It did go out.
I got it.
It did go
I
out.
did get
Okay, so yeah, so it looks like we're on track there.
Great.
Okay, so I'll leave it up to you guys to kind of whoever is like a committee head or whatever. Nobody's giving me the trophy stuff yet, so I don't know, we don't have to order trophies right now, but I know somebody's gonna send that over to me so I could do the trophies for this coming
I
year.
brought the copy with me. I forgot that you were gonna be online, so I'll just email it to you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, Karen. Okay. Anybody else has anything to add to what's going on? Speak up, I guess, might be his way.
I was gonna say, I know, I got the contract and signed it for the timing company. So then I sent it on to Leanne, so I'm sure she'll send out a check to Cloud.
I didn't look at it this time. Is the price still the same as it was the last couple of years? Or he changed prices? You know?
I got that a couple weeks ago. I don't know.
You don't remember? Okay. I was just curious. I mean, I don't think he raised it, but he didn't, I don't know for sure, so.
No, but Leanne's walking in the door, so we'll get her a moment to set up, and I bet she knows if Platts prices went up or not.
Okay.
Deposit is the same, it's the price. Give me
Yeah.
a second.
So the deposit was the same.
Okay.
Look at it.
Right.
I think it goes up with the number of bibs, right?
It is a numerical, yeah. It is,
Yeah, you have a set fee and then you have a per person fee.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then he's also going to do 350 numbers for us this year instead of 300 because we ran over the 300 last year. So,
Right.
so we've already discussed that he's on board with that. That won't be a problem.
Super.
Okay. All right. I haven't had anybody else reach out to me about any of the, I know I told everybody last month that we had a question about the non-gender specific, where there was prizes for that. So I did respond to that person who's a regular runner in our race, and let them know there was not for don't want to list their sex, but for those who consider themselves to be non-binary. So I did pass that
Right.
message out to him. I didn't hear back.
Prefer not to say is no awards,
Right.
because we
Yeah.
categorize
So
it.
So we had discussed that last month. So I did respond to him and I didn't hear back from him.
Good.
Okay. And I don't know what else we have going on. When are we gonna, we haven't, I assume t-shirts and stuff like that we'll address probably next month, I assume, Diane.
Kevin, can you go back a spot? I think you kind of skipped over. I saw. Yeah, I saw trophies and then we didn't talk about sponsorships. I think we're
Go
all.
ahead.
I think we're all set for this year. One of the things that happened in conversation, just so everybody knows, I had a conversation with Dean Spada, whose company is one of the co-sponsors for the Little Reader Sprint, and along with Data Mail. He wants to be very hands-on with this, wants to probably bring staff, wants to add something to, he didn't even know that we did a goodie bag, wants to put something in there. Chris and I Chris Shushan and I chatted, and she reached out to Data Mail to let them know that we have another sponsor, they're being more participatory. And Data Mail said, we're fine like we are, I mean, they don't even send a banner, so, you know.
Okay, and so Dean is Kingston Wealth Management and this is the Little Sprinters. Good
Yeah,
together.
yeah, so we just need to be more cognizant and, you know, let them know what's going on, and I reached out to Best Beta, who does his marketing, and we will work with her to see what other ideas that she might have in mind,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to put
I
on
know they
people's
also
radar.
want to know the color of the shirts this year as soon as we know.
Okay.
Yeah, their headbands matched last year. They didn't intend to.
And are we going with the same T-shirt vendor?
To be determined.
To be determined, okay.
Did you have a problem with us? Switch, take a back.
So, so sponsorships, we are fully sponsored at this point?
Not quite. Not quite. And I bumped into somebody from Northeast Utilities that said, I can help you get at least $500, so I need to do that.
I can work on that, because I also said something,
Okay, oh, okay,
not to the same person probably, but
we'll chat then.
yeah, okay. We've had some pretty good returns so far. There's about a half a dozen still out that haven't paid. Everybody's else is paid. Yeah, we're up to about $5,000 of payment. So,
I do need a spreadsheet at some point.
I'll give it to
The
you.
sponsors and the levels.
Okay.
Yeah, just email it out.
The other thing is, I'm not sure what's going on with Revolution Sports. Somebody was gonna get in touch with them.
Yeah, that, I think I was gonna talk to Michelle about that. I can stop by there if Michelle can't. We
Okay.
know him.
And Judson Chiropractic, Michelle was gonna contact them. I don't know what's happened with them. 'Cause those two have not responded. Select Dental, what's going on there?
He sent in his check.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I sent you an email.
He did?
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Did you get the most recent update from
Yes.
McBride?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
McBride has been a sponsor.
Yeah,
Okay.
They have for a couple of years.
I spoke to Scott.
Low level, 250.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't
50
think they
said.
did last year,
He did.
so he was very nice.
They are
They've
very
all-
nice.
Yeah, they've all been very nice.
Carolyn has been, trying to keep us abreast of when the checks are
Right.
coming in, and I told her to copy you on those.
She did, she did. I got you. Let me just see which picture there's like, I see-
So we have our,
So anything else on sponsorship?
we have our main sponsors, front, back of the shirt, all of that. And the Little Sprinters, we have 2 sponsors for that.
Well, while we're talking about sponsors, Maureen, do you want to talk about, Saputo and our idea with Saputo?
Well, I've been giving that some thought. And, I haven't reached out to them, but, I hesitate to ask them for anything else. I think your idea about the different food items like yogurts and stuff like
Mhm.
that is a good idea, and I'm gonna be meeting with Michelle, but perhaps to go to somebody else for it. Did you already speak to?
I did not speak with any, but if I was a sponsor, I would be really perturbed if I saw somebody else's brand on the table and not mine.
They already give us, I mean, what are they at, the $6,000 level?
Yeah, but that was their choice.
Well, they usually, so in the past, they've also given us a Yeti cooler.
Right, I mean, they're
as a
so,
prize, and, well, and.
I mean,
they
I
have
don't
things
think
in
that
there.
they would be, persnickety. But I don't want to jeopardize anything either, and to think that we were being, greedy.
Well, maybe to approach them with the, we've been thinking about offering yogurt, et cetera.
Yeah,
Would you
I-
be interested to
All right.
approach it that way?
Michelle's here.
Yeah, well, Michelle and I, Michelle and I are gonna meet offline about all the food
6:15 now.
items. I think that rather than taking, you know, we need to get ourselves together. But yeah, I like all your ideas, Anna, about the different foodstuffs. But I just wasn't so sure that Saputo would be the. I mean, you say to have another brand. I mean, if you went to somebody like Stu's or Stop and Shop or whatever, it would be like a Dannon or something. I mean, it's not like it would be a local.
Students would
Sponsor.
probably do their own. They have their own.
Saputo does, I understand. My,
No, Stu's
Oh,
has their own
Stu's.
yogurt.
but well, Michelle and I will discuss it
Yeah,
and
so
offline, and we'll reach out and see what they
Okay.
say.
Yeah.
But
probably
the more I
best-
thought about it, I was a little,
Probably the best thing is if we're gonna offer other foods, is to just mention to them, hey, we're doing that. And if they offer.
or we're
if they
considering,
don't,
yeah,
It's
because
not a surprise for them
Yeah.
if we get it from someplace else on the day of.
and I still have no definite response from Duncan up there. So I'll reach out to them. And, again, Michelle and I will meet offline and get all that
Yeah,
stuff straight.
and I haven't gone to Stu's yet until Maureen kind of feels out the other business, the business about the yogurts and stuff.
Do you actually have a contact?
I do.
At Saputo?
No, I don't have I have to contact Stu's.
Stu,
Michelle has.
you have the Saputo.
Martin, the owner.
Okay, we'll talk. Okay. That's it
Okay,
for me.
are we all set with that? Or do we have anything else on sponsorships? All right, so you guys will get back to us next month on what you guys decide with food then, and what your conversations are with the various vendors. Okay,
We should have all
Alright.
definite information.
Okay, next on the list is prizes.
right,
We're set with that?
okay. But I mean, I assume, again, we're using the dining cards like we did last year and whatever
The
gift
raffle
passes
prize.
people have offered. Yeah, so the raffle prizes, right?
We're all set with
Yeah.
that?
Michelle and I will review the list, what we have. I've got the food bag from Trader Joe's promised.
Okay.
Let's see, somebody else, usually Kingston Wells brings a gift basket,
Okay, yeah, you said you were gonna talk to that.
but I'm gonna talk to Beth
Okay.
and, whatever else comes in. I don't know if Michelle has any leftover massages or anything from.
I can get some.
So
I know where they live.
those are
Michelle
always,
can do
but
anything.
I wouldn't go crazy like we used to going to the other vendors. I think that, we have a time limit, we always feel a crunch for time when we're doing the award, those awards and the announcements and everything, and I think there'll be plenty of
It is a
restaurant gift
popular
certificates.
aspect of our race.
Yeah, no, I know,
I hear it from the runners a lot.
but I think that,
Yeah, but we don't have to be here for 3 hours with prices.
Right.
Right,
Right.
okay.
and with that in mind, Dean gave me a great idea when I was talking to him. It was like one of those duh. After the race, we'll send a thank you to all we've never sent a thank you to the runners after the race. We should send a thank you to the runners after the race. Thank you for supporting us, and hopefully we can get the link to the video right away, that, the video that, the Pratt Systems does. And then we can also give them a link to do a review of the race, because for years, I've been trying to get more reviews and it hasn't happened. And, I think the more reviews that we get out there, maybe that will help other runners sign up for us if they see that this is a positive thing.
Would those reviews be on our website or on
The
the,
race, it's on the race entry.
race entry?
Yeah,
Okay, timing company, I think I had said earlier,
so-
sorry, Kevin,
yeah.
I'm just.
No, that's
Trying
okay.
to push
We're all,
this.
the plat's all set, registration, I already talked about down on registration form. Rates we just talked about and numbers we just talked about. So I think we've covered this category unless anybody else has anything to add to it. If not, let's move on to course committee. So I know we have a bunch of stuff on here, but the one question I think we had last month was kind of outstanding was the DJ. It's not really course committee, but it fits in there about as well as anything. So was somebody actually specifically working on the new DJ or who that was going to be, or?
And it had a name and their price looked more like a phone number than prices that were. All 10 digits up, no. So.
it was 4
Get a
digits.
boom box.
If anybody knows of
Well,
others,
well,
or we can
I
try to
was gonna bring it up.
negotiate with them.
Michelle suggested maybe reaching out to Gary Byron. I think But I don't know him personally. I mean, I know him, but I don't know him personally. I was just wondering if somebody had a personal connection with him. No?
Is
Okay,
he a DJ?
Yeah,
Used to
he
do
was.
weddings and things.
Oh,
Yeah,
supposedly.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
didn't Gary Byron run in the race a couple times too?
He did, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
I
so
think-
somebody can give me his phone number, I'll call him, because since I've immersed myself into this, not that I needed to do anything more, but I can't help myself.
You appreciate.
I can
Okay.
try and reach out to Gary. I usually run into him sometime with my brother-in-law, so I
Okay,
can see if I can.
I'll send you the info that I have on the race and we'll see what he can do for us.
All right.
And Ron, I don't know if you would know, but we were talking about possibly setting up the DJ in a different area, not in like the human services alcove here, but maybe closer to the start line. I don't know if you know where.
If I
our
could just
towers-
comment on that, if you guys just remember, we did use the DJ to do our announcements last year. It worked out better than my speaker system. I mean, I can bring the speaker, it's not a big deal, but having the DJ, we did that to announce the prizes and the winners, and his system's gonna be a lot better than the speaker system I use. So if we move that, we are gonna lose that advantage.
Well,
Yeah.
what I was thinking more of is having, and it might be interesting, maybe we can get, a student up at the high school who's in the AV department, who's, just into the music, and set him up down by the bus office. And have him do the music there, and so as people are running through, because they circle around, they're coming to the finish line, they've got this, pump up the jam music. Because they're not gonna hear any music that's sitting up here in front of the library, the sound system doesn't go that far. But, to get a professional to do that, that's when we run into those 4-digit numbers. But maybe we could,
Are there electrical connections down there, Ron?
Well, the bus garage leaves, an extension cord out their window for the weekend. And I make it very clear, I already touched base with them. Now, without that drop cord, the race does not go on. So we do have, an extension cord there with
But
possibly,
Platt uses it, right?
pardon?
Platt uses that.
Platt,
The
the
timing
timing
service?
company uses
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
So do we have enough room, enough power coming
Well,
out of that? Do we
I
need
don't
two
want the
cords?
DJ to get in the way of the timing company there.
Right.
What about where,
off Parks and Rec.
in Parks and Rec, that area? Where
We're
they,
near the community center?
yeah,
where the blow
is
up
there any
things all go.
electrical collection there?
You have to be careful because some of the places that are wired are only wired for like flicker lights. They're not wired for systems.
Big stuff, yeah.
I don't know what's wired over at the new town hall building. I think the best thing probably would be to do, first of all, find out what somebody like Gary or anybody else is gonna cost. But I do think you're right. I don't think you can put that AV down because you're dealing with the old electric system from the bus garage, the electrical cord hanging out the window.
Well, yeah, that's the only power
Right.
that we have there.
Yeah.
So far, they've remembered to leave it out.
And that's the most important power.
It is, they
It's
told me
timing,
that.
so
Mm.
start to finish.
Maybe.
Okay.
Well,
All
maybe
right, so we're
some,
working on it, Kevin.
Okay. Again, most of the people, I know there's a time, it'd be nice at the end when the race is done. But most of those people come up to the main area we are anyways at some point, and that's where, I mean, the music is good there, and that's where they're hanging around before we announce the winners, and we do all the raffles. So I don't personally see that as a big deal not to move it, but I'll leave that up to you guys.
I think it should be up here too.
I-
Most of the people hang around
Yeah.
up here. I mean, once they take off running, what's he gonna do
They
down
get
there?
their water and they head right
Yeah.
up to the, cause they get food at that
But
point.
don't they, isn't the race course a loop? Don't they come around?
No, they start up here and finish down there.
they're a loop up.
It's a loop up there.
I mean, it's a loop, but they
Oh.
don't run past us.
Yeah.
No.
No, they're-
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta have an
Loops
order.
within loops as they start.
How many years have I been working on this race? Never
Well,
mind.
Okay. The first 2 years it was a loop, to be fair, Anna, but that was 25 years ago or so, so.
Hey, Anna, you wanna come in with me at 5 a.m. and the course sign?
Then I can really learn the course.
Yeah, you don't have to show up that early. No, no, no.
Right after.
I'll show up early.
You guys figure out what time. you want.
Okay.
I've got, no, Lisa knows this. I got an email today from Jay Crucell.
Yeah.
Have you heard?
Yeah, Bill is coming.
Bill is coming.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
He's got it on his website too.
Yeah, he did get back to me. Karen's not gonna come this year, but he's trying to get his brother Charlie to run it with him. So that would be really nice.
Cool. Bill Rogers, he's
Yeah, I know, yes.
Yeah.
I think we went to him.
Was he gonna read some books or what?
Okay, so I'll update the next round of email announcements to the
Yeah.
runners to coming. He's a
That'd be
draw.
awesome.
And our,
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks for-
course committee, the rest of the stuff, I think we can either run through, it's nothing's gonna change between now and then, except an ambulance and CERT, I don't know, not ambulance, but CERT, I don't think anything's changed since last month on that. The rest of the stuff is,
I've got a question, course committee. Are we gonna have any help this year from like the fire department for some of the, closed off streets? Was that?
Sally might be.
I've sent something out to the CERT folks, other than Paul saying he's willing to do double duty.
Well, I'm not
I have
talking,
not had any response for CERT to do anything.
I mean, I'm not talking about CERT, I'm talking about higher than CERT, like some firemen.
Anything's higher than CERT, no, let's be honest. Right, Leanne?
Yes.
I think we have to follow up with DJ. on
Oh,
that
is he
one.
still on board?
So,
Is he aware of these meetings?
yes. Maybe not, I don't know. I'll follow up with DJ.
I'm gonna need some adults this year. The year before last, when he got on board, you know, he set up things pretty good.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it was done that well last year, because we didn't see him.
Okay,
no, but we did have people.
We did have people, but some people went to the wrong areas. The streets that we had blocked off, so it was kind of in flux.
Confusing, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We had maps,
Pardon?
we had the maps. It's okay. It didn't work as smoothly. as
First
that.
of all, I was expecting him there that morning.
Okay. So homeowner notification, you guys were gonna
Yeah,
do,
we did
right?
that.
Signs you were
Yeah,
gonna do
yeah,
both
that,
and the pickup? I just wanna say that each time. Because it was such a.
well, we should
I couldn't
probably
answer.
add, we should probably add to this agenda, the signs that notify everybody there's gonna be a race, the ones we put out last year that Ron and I did.
The lawn signs, yeah.
Yes, so that probably should be added to this agenda for future, so we don't forget it.
It's on the task list, Kevin. We won't forget.
Okay, good. All right, I think otherwise we're set with course committee. I don't see anything different. I would say we can remove, while we're doing this, if we're gonna change this, we can remove number 7, transportation for mile timers. We really haven't had people doing that since Paul was still with us, helping on the board. People all have the watches and stuff like that, so I don't think we need to have people out at 1 or 2 anymore. Okay? All right, other than that, move on to promotions.
Ambulance and CERT, did we have the ambulance?
Sally
We
said
have
she
some-
put it out there.
Yeah.
So we know.
I have no idea about ambulance, I just know about CERT. I'm not
I
getting any
have
response yet.
emailed with ambulance.
Okay, and they're on board, we got it on there.
Okay?
Yep.
Right, moving on. All right, so I guess, what's the biggest thing we gotta do? Decide what color we're gonna do this year? I do like having the colors. I think it's kind of nice, so.
Bright is good.
We like bright.
Yeah,
I've seen, actually quite, seen the bright green running around Newington, you know, you see different people wearing that, so. That's something bright. We'll let you know,
Okay.
Karen.
I don't,
Karen and
I don't care. I just like having colors. That's all. That's all.
I, no,
And bright is good.
How about red? Right.
We've done red. Red works in daylight. It doesn't work so well at dusk at dawn.
What
Did
time are
we
you
do
gonna do?
pink or did that?
Stop, no.
We did pink one year, we had pink on second.
Oh, after you mean.
yeah, what do you
Oh.
think of the neon orange?
Orange.
No, like the bright orange, though, not the pumpkin orange.
Not the construction orange?
No, she means the construction orange, not the pumpkin
Cause you
orange.
can't miss them. I don't know, Kevin, what do you think? You run in races.
Yeah, no, I think it's nice having the colors. I think people collect them and then they have a different color every year. It's, I don't know.
Yeah,
Orange. Have we done yellow?
We did like a neon
We did
yellow.
a
What was it?
lime green, right? Weren't we lime green, like the
Yeah.
highlighter green, lime green
That was
last year?
last year.
I thought we did a highlighter yellow.
Are you interested in logo thread again?
Oh, girl.
We'll talk after.
All right, well, why don't we find out what colors are available, then we can choose. Nothing dark though, cause
I like orange.
run over the runners when they're running at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a neon
Right, okay.
color. is
There we
good.
go.
Yeah, the pink is nice, but I don't know how.
Some guys aren't comfortable in wearing pink.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay,
They
all
should
right.
be.
Real men wear pink.
Men wearing
Okay,
pink.
public relations?
Absolutely.
While they're eating quiche.
Do you wanna say what you did? Michelle did some, for the press releases. You
Oh, I
did some-
sent them to the, Newington Light and the Rare Reminder. Goes with that Bill Rogers is coming and, when all the times are, Lisa had written it up and about the little sprinters race.
Do we ever, just for the heck of it, send things to the current
We can,
and see if,
there's a couple of areas in the current.
see
we
if
can
somebody
send to.
might look at
And
them?
also she's setting up, hopefully Mark will do an interview or
Yes.
write something about the race, especially maybe if Bill's coming back. He might need more to do
That'd
it.
be great.
Who's
So I have
Mark
sent
Janey.
things to the current every year. I don't know if I've only done one. They just put kind of a little blurb in.
No, I don't know if it makes sense to reach out to, the TV stations the week or two ahead of time and just say.
Sometimes they will, they've
Yeah.
done things
Well,
that
if
we've
you-
had here have
Yeah.
come up.
Channel 3 and Channel 30, usually, they'll sometimes do it, they do them at weird times, like the 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Better Connecticut, they'll do something or that kind of thing.
And then the PSA announcements, I mean, if you just flood the radio station, they have to put those on the air.
And that's when we talked to Gary Byron.
Yep, Gary Byron and then,
The
NC
Newington.
Yeah.
And we also
NCTs.
mentioned giving it to our representatives for their weekly
Mhm.
newsletter.
Okay, thank you. That sounds like it's well on hand.
All right. Anything else on public relations? All right.
Spencer and the banner hanging there.
Yeah, I assume that's. I mean, I think normally we have to wait a little while on that one until we all have your sponsors locked up, right?
Right.
Mhm.
And we're doing, just keep in mind, right, we're doing the pre-registration day Saturday, yes? So we'll need people on hand to
You mean race packet pickup?
race packet pickup, yeah,
That's what I mean.
Saturday.
How many do we
For
have
both-
last year? Do we know how many came on the Saturday last year approximately?
A lot of people. think
Yeah, it was a good
I
turnout.
thought it was like.
If
60.
no one, if there's people here who haven't done it before, I mean, it's nice to interact with the runners.
Mhm.
It just turns out to be a nice morning or afternoon, whatever
Kevin,
shift you take.
I thought it was between 40 and 60. I think that's what number I
Okay.
was thinking. Maybe it might have come
It seems to make a difference, Sunday morning. We can get
It
that.
definitely makes a difference on Sunday. We're not nearly as, and then we had so many more people last year and still wasn't that bad. So, no, I think it does help quite a bit.
It takes the edge off of Sunday morning.
I agree.
in that regard, I'm just starting to work up getting our Venmo account so we can do our own registration.
Well, that's gonna
Just
be
to speed the
huge.
process.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge. That's gonna help you so much. Okay, we're all set with it. There's no registration forms. Actually, you know what? At some point, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna modify this agenda and I'll get it over to you. I don't know how we actually get it on this screen, but let me do that for next month. So some of these things really aren't relevant anymore. And so we have new things we have to, we should have on these agendas. This is an agenda we've been using for a while. So if I give that to you, to who do I give that to that could change the screen online for the next meeting?
Lisa, if you give it to me, Kevin.
Okay, so I'm gonna modify it just so it gets updated. So I'm not saying we don't need to talk about it because it's not important anymore.
All right,
Kevin,
Okay.
could you add the Little Reader Sprint on there, because I think it's like an event within the event?
Yes, I will do that.
Thank you.
And then once we look at it next month, we can kind of reconsider it again. One thing I did skip over quickly was, and I must have just missed it, was the road volunteers from the high school. Do we have a contact this year? We do, okay.
Yep, we have two and I've reached out, but it's early, yeah.
Yep, I understand. I just want to make sure we had a communication going there. Okay, all right, then what else have we not talked about yet that we need to talk about?
The
I just-
task list, did that hit the agenda?
It's on the agenda.
No.
Just keep going.
Ah,
okay.
The one thing just wanted to bring up, one of the things we had talked about was having some race signs that have the date that don't say this Sunday. The lawn signs, just to put out a little bit earlier. In some of the key intersection areas.
Yeah.
But that's a cost to the race committee, so it's up to you, but. I don't think it's a bad idea.
And it's also so that if you miss not picking up the sign, it's not like, oh, this Sunday,
Yeah.
you know, there's another race.
I remember that panic. Okay, do we know, I think the Friends purchased them for us the last time, when they were doing some of their own signs. Do we have a price or
I
cost?
think they're
or-
like, they're like 10 or 15 each, I think, something like that.
$10 or $15 each?
Yeah,
And do we know how many signs we have left?
no, we
Because I
can get
think
a
that
count,
dwindles.
yeah, we can get a count for you though.
Yeah, so you tell me how many we put out? I think we put out 29 last year, 28 or 29.
Kevin was 29.
29,
And
yeah.
how many would you suggest would that had a date? Maybe 10?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like 10. And we could hit like the Clem and the fire department and,
There's some intersections.
yeah, some of the
Yeah.
big areas only,
That would be good.
yeah.
and then you've got more signs to spread out in other
Right,
areas
and-
afterwards.
right,
That
exactly.
say this Sunday.
Okay, so
Does
there's
the fire department use are you gonna use the fire department's electric?
I don't
banner?
know, we could try, I don't know if they would,
Around
they're doing
Pinero.
something for us now, because the program is related, the volunteer program we're doing. They have something up, but we could ask them,
I mean, that's
There's
a
a-
lot cheaper than putting a sign on their front.
right,
You could use that.
yeah,
In Rocky Hill, one of the fire departments,
I know which one you're talking about.
and they always have town information,
Yeah.
whether it's about a school event or whatever,
We could ask them.
on their electric signs.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Sure.
We'll ask them. We can ask them, that's a good idea, Sally, yeah.
Okay. Did we want to go through, Anna, you want to go through your
Anything
timeline?
Just 10
Okay.
signs, I know.
I think 10 signs and see if it's something.
So we'll
that
make a motion at our regular meeting for
Okay.
that. I think it's a good idea, but,
Okay.
we can't vote on it at the
Okay.
committee meeting. We've got to vote on it at the board meeting. Even though it looks pretty much like the same meeting.
Okay,
All right, so the task list, I handed it out, it's readable this month. I just so I covered from the beginning through March, so in March, I'm not really focusing on, it's just to give you a heads up of those things that need to be done next month. Did we get the application into the town?
Yeah, and the
Okay,
certificate of insurance as
So
well.
it's done, okay. That's all I needed to know. And I'm not gonna cover any of the done things, in process. Karen, you can update me on any of these things that have changed from in process to done, like, I just did the plat system thing, which is at line 15 is now done because we've sent in the contract or the check. And Karen's contacted the volunteer department. And, so pretty much everything on the front page is either done or in process. And if you are responsible for one of those items, and it's change status to completed, just let me know and I'll update it next time. Flipping over to the second side, and for the February task, most of the open items are Maureen, reaching out to the Boy Scouts to try to get their hand washing unit again.
Yeah,
And,
I'll take care of that with Tim.
okay,
Mhm.
and then, recruiting the Boy Scouts to help on the race morning, that was something that was talked about at the post-race meeting. Did they come last year or did?
No.
No, okay, so somebody thought it would be a good idea to ask them if they could come. And,
If I can just interject for a second on that, if we get to high school kids, we have more than enough people. Sometimes, I don't know, ask Ron, but we don't know what to do with them sometimes, especially,
Downtime.
yeah, if we get 6 or 8 kids, I think we're fine between that and the adults. I mean, if you want to get the Boy Scouts, the problem is you have no task for them to do except for maybe 10 minutes at the end cleaning up or something. It's not really a lot of work that they can help us with. At least that's my opinion anyways.
well, you know what, I'll keep the Boy Scouts on here as if for some reason the track team from the high school doesn't follow through this year, this will be the 3rd year that they come help. If for some
Okay.
reason they have a conflict, then maybe the Boy Scouts could be a backup.
For the little
Okay.
sprinters.
Little sprinters, yes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, and then a lot of the stuff in February is all PR and between Karen and Michelle, they've covered a lot of these things, so maybe they can just let me know what the statuses are. I mean, I have most of those identified as in process. And starting line 50, those are all March items, so it's just to give people who are responsible for those areas to, take a look at it and work on those things either now or next month. That's it.
Okay. Anything else
So
from anybody?
Wait till you see April's list.
Yeah, well, that's
The closer we
Yes,
get,
we
the less expands again.
right.
Okay,
All right. When is the next meeting?
March 10th, I think. Kevin?
March 10th. March 10th. Okay. All right. We're all set. I guess we're done for tonight.
Thank you,
I
Kevin.
think we are, thank you. Anybody who's online and is looking to join the, board meeting, will have to log off of this, webinar and log on to a new one. So this one's gonna shut down in a moment and look for your other town by email and log into that. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you coming out.